Hello everybody, my name is Gregory Best, and this is Album Search and Reviews. Today I'll be talking about the new album from Vinyl Theater. It's titled Origami off Fueled by Ramen Records. So yeah, I've had kind of a history with Vinyl Theater, I would have to say. Back in 2014, I heard their first album, Electrogram, right after I heard they were going on tour with 21 Pilots. I believe it was the beginning of my sophomore year. So yeah, it's definitely been quite a while since, they released the last album, but with the release of this new album, I kind of, started looking back into their old discography and, of course, revisited those tracks that I loved at the beginning. Like, for example, their singles Gold and Breaking Out My Bones. Two great pop-rock tracks, if I do say so myself. Gold is still one of my favorite songs of 2014. I love it beyond all doubt. And with this new LP, well, what do we get? Well, we do get a really big step forward with Vinyl Theater. Initially, their sound was more introspective, more, I wouldn't say self-centered because that gives it a negative context, but, it's kind of just the lead singer reflecting upon himself. And, well, this album kind of sees him reflecting out onto the world itself. Also, it does have a longer runtime. I mean, it's just one song longer than Electrogram, but still, it is, longer, more fleshed out, I would have to say. And also, the production just seems to reflect that even more. So yes, with this new LP, I am enjoying it very much. So let's just jump into my favorite tracks off this album. Well, my first favorite track, I would probably have to say Speak Your Mind. It is actually one of the more introspective songs of the record. I know I was just talking about how it's more introspective, but I do like this song very much. So it reminds me of something of, I believe Alex on Twitter was saying something like, it sounds like older 21 Pilots, but to me it sounds more like Tyler Joseph's solo record, no fun intended, and I love that. It's very emotional, very relatable if you've ever had to experience these emotions. So yes, I do really enjoy that track. As for another song that I do really enjoy would have to be New Machines. This is one of the more songs that looks outward instead of inward, and I do enjoy it very much so. It kind of discusses basically how humanity is going, what's the future gonna look like, have we really reached the end of critical thinking and just knowledge in general. So yeah, kind of depressing when you think about it, but I'd have to say that's just a really good look into how the world could become. So yes, I do enjoy that track. As for other tracks that I do enjoy, I would say My Fault. It does have this awesome production at the beginning with the guitar line. Day In, Day Out is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but it's, pretty decent. Fade Away has lots of awesome little electronic elements, lots of little stability in its production, and I do enjoy that. And also, finally, the closing track, Thank You For The Good Times. When it begins off, it just feels like a little piano medley. Though, one thing I have to point out, I do enjoy the more usage of pianos on this album instead of like the synthesizers or just pianos that are used to go into the synthesizers. I do enjoy that very much so. So yeah, that's great. So yeah, overall there's just all these awesome little parts on this album, but this album does have its shortcomings. First off, it of course is as short as always. I mean, Vinyl Theater never really gave us an album that was longer than 40 minutes, I would have to say. So yeah, that's definitely disappointing. It's longer than their last album, Electrogram, and really, it's a pretty big positive if I'm disappointed that it's too short, because that just means that I want more, music from them. They leave me wanting more, so yeah. Unfortunately, they don't deliver completely. It's like 90% of exactly what I was expecting from the band, so yeah, that's kind of disappointing, but it is still a step forward from Electrogram, so that's definitely a positive. As for my least favorite tracks, I'll probably go 30 Seconds. Oh, it does use acoustic guitars, and I do appreciate that, hearing more acoustic sounds from the band. And also, The Island just doesn't feel complete in its songwriting structure. Like, there's this guitar solo right after the bridge, and it only lasts about 5 seconds, and then it's completely over, and you're wondering, wait, what the heck happened to the guitar solo? So yeah, that's kind of a negative. But, let's end this review on another positive note. The lead singer, his voice on this album is, I'd have to say, better than his voice was on any other albums. It feels like he's been training it. It feels like, he's actually tried to branch out into other styles, and I really like that. It's awesome to see, a singer grow, especially being a singer myself, so kudos to him. Anyways, Vinyl Theater's new album, Origami. Oh, also, the artwork is great, by the way. If you haven't seen the artwork, that is my aesthetic. With all spaced out letters, it's just aesthetic. Anyways, so yeah, Vinyl Theater's new album, Origami, gets an 8.4 out of 10 from me. So if you heard Origami, let me know what you think about it in the comments. We can have, a nice discussion about it. If you liked today's video, you can like, you can subscribe, you can comment anything you want, I guess. I would totally recommend listening to this album. You can listen to it on Spotify, iTunes, you can even go right on YouTube and find it out there. So yeah, all those are definitely positives, and I don't know, you can, if you didn't like today's video, you can dislike, you can subscribe and unsubscribe, make it look like the last few subscribers, leave a hate comment, I don't know, it's all your choice. I promise I won't get upset, but if you do leave a hate comment, such is life. Anyways, so you can click right here to see my review of Humans by Gorilla, which is my favorite album of 2017 so far. A great album, just all around. You can click right here to subscribe, as well as down there, as I already said before. Anyways, Vinyl Theater's new album gets an 8.4 out of 10 for me. Totally check it out. I really love it, and well, with that, I hope you have a good day.